Hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and we made it to another Friday. This is our free play Friday that we do. We always explore something. Either I show you a technique, or I teach you a fancy folk card, or something new. And today we're going to be exploring waffle flower stamps. I've never owned waffle flower stamps before that I know of. This is my first set, and it's adorable. It's got a cat, an owl, a fox, and a unicorn, and then all these fun little things that you can put on them. And I futzed around a little bit in the beginning to see if I could turn on or off the autofocus. Hey, Linda. And I decided to turn it off so it wasn't blinking, like going blink, like blink, blink. It just drives me nuts. I thought maybe that would make you kind of crazy too. So I'm hoping that the visual for you is still good enough. If we need to make a change, we can make a change for next video. But these are the three little guys that I did beforehand. And I used a few little punches I had and some funky paper and some backgrounds I'm hoping that you'll recognize from other videos and experiments and things that we did. So this is the stamps that we're going to be using today. I'm going to try to do one with the unicorn because, hey Penny, that was the only one that I didn't get done. So I got these three. So we're going to focus on doing the unicorn one, fully like coloring him and then bringing it all to fruition into a card in the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp him and color him and show you how I did essentially these things. Hey Lorena, long time no see. How are you? Happy Friday. Get down one of my stamps. Where is everybody tonight? I gotta put him right on the edge so that he totally fits on that one. Yes, stacks and stacks of paper in the background. I think I was messing around with the so I have two of the same cameras, and I think that's my issue. Why this down here isn't as crispy clear as my face, because I just think that having two of them, it can't function on both. So I was trying to play around with this area to get this clearer and move it around, and I think it messed with my camera up here. It must have, because it looks really funky. See, it's just not as clear, and it's not going to give me like a if I pull it up and try to get it clear, it won't do that because I turned the auto off because it was blinking. It was like breathing, and I know I can't stand to watch that. I can't imagine, you probably can't stand to watch it either. So I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I think I might even pull down my my little mouse pad here, my little rubber pad, when I stamp this, just to make sure that I get a nice crisp image. I just have to be careful not to add too much ink. There we go. That looks pretty good. Happy Friday, yes! Thank goodness. Was it a long week for you, Era Mama? Give me an emoji if you had a long week. That's so awesome. I'm really glad that you tuned in. Technically, these guys are like usually white, but I think I'm going to make mine like a light purple. Like a shaded lilac kind of purple. You guys who are retired, you make us jealous, you know. We gotta put in our dues though, right? I'm just gonna smoosh some purple down on here. And I'm going to use one of my water brushes to color it, kind of like watercolor. I know we just got done with that series, but this is one of the quickest ways I know to get things colored. You pull out my water well. If you don't have one of these, let me know. I think we can get them. They are awesome. They're like flushing a toilet. Watch. You just press the little flusher and down goes the water, and then you let go and it refills it. Boop, 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 boop. Love it. It's one of my favorite things ever. I gotta make sure it's on that tray because otherwise it's gonna fall off my desk. And then I'm going to use one of my water brushes with that. Which one do I want to use? How about one that I can actually find? That'd be a good start. Oh, there they are. There they are hiding. I'm just using regular 110 pound cardstock, so I'm going to try not to do a whole ton of water. I'm going to add some water to this, so I'm going to do it pretty light in the beginning, and then I can always add color if I want. And I'm going to keep moving that color over, so hopefully I don't get any lines. And he's just going to be kind of a light purple there. And watercolored look. Then I can go back in with the actual purple and just darken up a few spots. Trying not to add much more water though. Sometimes when you've got water in the barrel and that seeps out, just go ahead and dump your water. Ooh, mine's dirty. You see that yellow? Let's flush that. That way I can use this just like a regular brush and hopefully water won't keep seeping out. So I'm going to still add a little bit of purple on the sides, sort of trying to create a little bit of shadows, you know. I'm still getting water leakage from this, so he might not be the cleanest looking guy. There we go. And then I'm going to make his wings kind of sparkly. Oh yeah, any kind of inks that you have, Elise. Yep. You just smoosh them on and use them. I'm going to make his, actually, yeah, his wings and his horn I'm going to make glitzy. So I'm going to just put on a real thin coat here because then it'll dry really fast. So his wings, just a little bit here. If you put too much on, then you end up waiting for it to dry. But if you put on a really thin layer, it should dry pretty quickly. And that way I can focus on other things while that dries. So I'm going to go ahead and do, I think I'll give him some pink cheeks. And I try to leave this here in case after it dries I want to add a little bit more that I don't have to smoosh more ink. So like I want a little bit more underneath each of these little hands he's got here. Yeah, that looks better. You are welcome. You can also do this with markers. So not alcohol markers, but like your water-based markers. If you want another different color, say I didn't have this color, I'm just going to pull one out. Say I wanted this blue color, I could run some of that on there and I could use that too. So let's go ahead and pick a pink. I think I'm going to go dark because that purple got a little bit darker shaded than I wanted. So we're going to do picked raspberry. Yes, we are selling these guys. They're waffle flower stamps. And I believe this is called Be Her. I'm not sure why, but I'll show you the back here. Oh, and I have the autofocus off, so I'm not going to be able to get you to see that. It says Be Her. Interesting. If you're coming in a little bit later, I turned off the autofocus because it was breathing. It's where it like focuses and dims and focuses and dims. It's like it's so frustrating to watch. So I just turned that off. If you don't like that, if you'd rather I turn that back on, we can do that for next video, but I can't do it like right now in the middle of a video. It won't let me do it. So I'm putting a little bit darker towards the edge there because I leaked in some purple and I want to kind of cover that up. And so that'll do that nicely. A little bit of dark pink, not mixed with the water, right on the edge. Cover up that purple a little bit. There. And then for his little hair, maybe we'll do some yellow there. I hate that it's not super clear. Like if you look up here where I am to this camera, I am crystal clear. This is what I want for what you're seeing on the table. I just don't know what the deal is. It seems like no matter what I try, it's like it can only handle one, if that makes any sense. No, you're only allowed to use one camera, and the rest are all going to be just junky for you. So that's a little frustrating. Let's add a little water to that. We don't want it maybe too bright. Oh, that's so cute. Yellow looks really good. The hair, yeah, I thought about making that rainbow too, and I thought, you know what, let's just keep it easy breezy today. He looks cute that way too. I'll lift him up a little bit, but you know, autofocus isn't going to help us, so. And then I just cut him out. The other two I cut out too. I'm going to give this a little bit of a dry. I probably could have just folded that and used that as the card base with him there in the corner. And my wings and stuff are dry already. Oh, see, then he leaves a little mark on the inside there. Yeah, I'm not so liking this without the automatic thing. I wonder if I could switch it. I don't think it'll let me. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this guy out. I'll save that white. We'll do another one if we have time. Hey, Sharon Perky. Hello, hello. I'm going to take my time and fussy cut this right to the edge. I don't think I did that last time. I think I cut them out. I traced a circle or I traced a shape around each one and left them as is. But this one I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut completely. And then I'm going to pull some backgrounds that we created in other videos, and I'm going to let you guys choose your background. It's like choose your own adventure. I'm sorry, I'm like totally out of the camera's range. I'm watching everybody be so friendly. I love this group. If you're not a part of our group, you should join us on Facebook. Quality Crafts on Facebook, our community group. There's no commitment required. You just have to make sure you sign up put in all of answers to all 3 of the questions so that we can let you in. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to turn that on, aren't I? I wonder if you guys hang here, if I can just pause the stream and bring it back. Something funky is happening anyways. So I think we're back. I gotta move my water bottle out of the way. Are we good? Did it continue? Oh, it has problems on the grid line? Maybe if I put my blue one just right there. This one's really full of glitter. See, it's still blinking. It didn't used to do that. I don't know what the deal is. But if that helps, we can keep that there. Did it stop blinking? Okay. I hope that doesn't totally mess everything up on YouTube, but darn, man. I mean, if you can't see anything, what's the point, right? I'll work on it. I'll work on it behind the scenes some more this week. Or this weekend, when I got a couple minutes. Don't forget about the big sale that's going on. Awesome prices on Tim Holtz and paper. You won't believe it. You'll be really sad if you miss it. There we go. I'm hoping now you can see his little wings and his little horn are shiny. See, it doesn't even hold the, it doesn't even hold him straight. You know, it blurs out right away. I don't know what the deal is with this camera. It seems to be, I don't know, you guys. Yeah, I think that you'll be able to help me out with that. So we're going to put it on here. Let me pull out those backgrounds I promised you. And I'll let you guys decide what you want to do with the background on this one. Alrighty. I'll try to pull out some of the fancier ones. So we've got that one. And if you've been here for the watercolor series, you're going to recognize these. Here's that one that we did with the blue and the purple, which turned out really nice. I think he might look good on there. Maybe this bright shiny one. I'm not sure if any of these would work. Or possibly this one. So should we put them in order? Let's keep him out there. From my left to my right. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'll let you guys vote. And we might not use the whole thing. Maybe we'll use part of it or do a die cut or something, but that'll be like the gist of the colors behind them. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. This one's glossy photo paper. This one is watercolor cardstock. This is black paper, and this is white paper. No, this is another. This is Canson cardstock. And I will let Penny decide who wins this. I don't know, I see a lot of 4s. So this this paint, when it's wet, it'll stay wet, but then when it dries, I still have them wet. But when it dries, it won't come off. This yellow is dry. The dry part doesn't come off. But all you have to do is wet it down and it'll come right off. 4, okay, so that's this one. So I'm going to take 1, 2, and 3 off. And we'll work with this. I feel like that's a lot of color. So we might add or maybe subtract. Like, I think I'll cut it down a little bit to bring out a little bit of the white. Maybe give it a little border. And then we could always do a little cut here and have him like inside of the cut coming out a little bit. I think that'd be really cute. So a lot of times I get asked, like, so what do you do with all those backgrounds you make? Well, this is what I do with them. Like, when I have time to just sit down and putz and make cards and just hang out and check it all out, this is what I do with them. I use them, or I'll put a whole die on here and make a big die cut. Something like this. You know, and create pieces that I can maybe snip apart and use on a card, or use it for an entire background on a card, stuff like that. So it's always nice to have pieces around so that you don't have to work so hard making something else. And so I'm gonna put in a little circle here, I think, to make him peeping out. And my favorite way to do this, although you could use a die, is to see like which circle on here he would pop out of. So this is the best size. And then he'll be popping out like this. So he'll be outside that circle. So it's okay that it's a little bit smaller than him. But I don't want to cut through this one, I just want to cut this one. So I'm going to try to center that. Oh, you know what? Completely forgot to turn that fan off for you guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to raise it up just a tad too. There we go. Make a pencil mark. That looks pretty good. I could have used all my fancy tools and my thing for that, but I haven't practiced that a whole lot, so I'm going to cut it with this sharp tool. This is just like cutter bees. The end of this is super sharp, and you will cut your eye out if you're not careful. So be very, very careful when you have these really sharp snips, because, man, I have cut myself more than once on this and my cutter bees. And the tip is so sharp, it's like it's actually scratching the other edge. Let's compare it to the cutter bee and see if this does the same thing. Nope. That one seems to have a little sharp nose on it that is scratching the outside of this circle, so I'm just gonna stick with the cutter bees for now. A lot of people don't like to do this because they think that they're not good at cutting out the circles, but it's pretty forgiving. I mean, your eye kind of fills in that space and makes it look like a circle, so you can make little mistakes and it's not a big deal. Also, if we don't like those little white things, the little scratches that I made, we can color those in. And I'm going to take this little marker. I'm going to color the inside. And color those little dots in, because that's a matching color. There. Okay. Then if you want like a little rim around there, actually that would be really cute, but I don't know what color to do it. You could do a larger circle, and then you'd have to cut it twice. So like this would be the next largest. I could go to another piece of paper and cut this out, and then cut that circle out, and then I'd have that little edge that I could glue on top. I don't think I'm going to take the time to do that though. It's getting... I want to make sure I have time to finish this card. So this guy we're going to kind of tuck in here, so those little wings and stuff hang out, and we'll pop him up on some pop dots. He is cute. See, now camera doesn't want to work again. Maybe it's an OBS system problem. I'll have to check into that. I feel like something else has to be on here, and I'm guessing like maybe some pink sequins would really do it some justice. These might be a little bit too bright pink, but let's just check it out. Some are like a bright pink and some are like a light pink, almost a see-through. I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll bring some jazz to it. Okay. I think there's some little hearts in there too. Might be able to pull a few of them out. I think we're going to pop dot this up too. Let's pop the whole panel up, and we'll pop him up. I think that I have a few left in stock of the waffle flower one, so if you want a waffle flower stamp, let us know. The one that I'm working with today. If we run out, we'll do another order of them so that everyone can get one. Although I have to ask Penny to check on pricing for that for me because I'm not sure. Thanks, Jill, for remembering to give the thumbs up. That is so helpful. I sometimes just forget to mention that. Newbies might come in and be like, well, that's weird. Like her videos aren't professional, or they're not, or she seems disorganized, but we're creating these videos around an entire community of connection and things that are going on. So if you're thinking that the videos seem a little strange or a little bit maybe unprofessional in your opinion, you might want to stick around, join the group. Join us in the community group on Facebook and see what it's all about. Because not only do I teach you how to use your supplies and show you how and do all that kind of fun stuff, we also have swaps and things. We have the Patreon group if you really love it here and you want to help support it so that we can go full-time. That's always an option. There's just lots of stuff going on in our community. Oop, that one was a little bit too long. Chop that off. I really shouldn't be using that scissors to cut this stuff, but... Oh yeah, Jill, you can see it. So this is the set we're using. I've already done the cat, the owl, and the fox, and I showed pictures of those. So in case there's a few others, so here's the owl. I did it with some fancy papers that we're also going to carry these fancy glitter papers too. We'll let you know about those when the time is right. And then this was an old stencil video background that we did. And I put the cat on there and it says enjoy. I thought that was cute. And then the fox. Doesn't he look cute in his little wooden home? I just love that. I thought they turned out really cute. I love these little designs. They're just adorable. We're going to tuck him underneath there so it looks like there's more to him than just that. And you know what? I'm going to pop his head up one more level. So I want him to look like he's kind of coming out. There we go. 16 for the waffle flower set. So if you want that set, let us know. You can let us know here if you want us to reserve the sets that are available so you can get yours right away. Or you can decide later and we'll order more, no big deal. There we go. So I doubled his foam and I single-sided the foam underneath of this panel so that it would look like he was a little bit more like coming out of the card, which is really cute. I'm thinking maybe some flowers around the outside here would be super cute. Let's see if we got, see if we have time. Let's do a panel of that pink. Not a real big one though. That pink that we used, I'm going to go ahead and use my brush as soon as I figure out where I put it. I'm making changes again, you guys. Making changes everywhere. It makes me forget where I put stuff sometimes. All right, here's the bigger brush. Oop, water. I'm going to revive this pink with some water and try to get a pink wash on here. That's pretty good. It could be a light pink, right? Hi, Debbie Evans. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this real quick. So we've got one set reserved for Linda Carafa. And good, this is dry enough. Now I can cut out some little flowers to go around there. Let me get a punch, because I'm thinking we could put sequins inside the flowers, and that'd be super cute. Let's try this one this time. Let me use one that maybe I don't often use. Yeah, I think those are going to look really cute. They are, aren't they? They're so adorable. I could not resist. Foxes are so in right now. I don't know what it is about foxes, but they're so stinking cute. Oh, I love that these just have that little hue of pink. That is so cute. I think maybe we'll do one more. Thanks for going with the flow with me too, you guys. Like, I don't like to plan things out because then that makes it super boring for me. I'm just as surprised at what comes out as you guys are. I think it's super fun that way. There, and then we can go ahead and glue those down, and then we'll use the sequins to pop out that pink. Pop out the pink in his cheeks and some of the pink hues that might be in the background. So I need my glue bottles, which I moved again. And we're just going to dot these on. Oh, too much glue. Whoa, it's like all coming out. Let's just use our finger here. Doesn't take much. A little dab will do ya. I think I moved a couple of these. That's okay. That looks reasonably even. Hey, Sherry Larson. Hello. Alright, here's going to be the trick. I need my other glue for this. I need the one that comes out a lot slower. Let's try this one. Let's make sure this one's working. Hi, Josie. Were you in here and I just missed it? I'm gonna have to use my other bottle. This one's a little bit old. I let it sit way too long. Months and months without using it. That's what happens. There we go. The old standby. Oh, these are really staticky. Oh, cute. Should be able to just put a dab in each one. And then I got 2 hands free to look for the little sequins. This is Aleene's tacky glue, so this is not going to dry before I get to it. Some other glues will dry a lot quicker, so just be wary of whatever glue you're using. So quiet in here today. Everyone must be tired. Don't forget there's a patron only sale after this. But don't look for it here. Make sure that you go over to our private group so you can find us. Donna, sure. So I would suggest filling your bottle up with Aleene's tacky glue. I'd say about 1/3 of a bottle full, third to like 30 to 40%. Then I would just throw in like a dropper full of water, give it a really good shake. I mean, shake it like crazy, because it's not all gonna mix in there. And then tip it upside down and squeeze until all the water comes out and it starts coming out more solid. And then stop. If you want it runnier, add more water, shake again. If you want it thicker, then just do it once. But you got to play with it. It's not a science. It's not if you add exactly this much or exactly that much. But that's how I do it. See, so now it looks like I don't have much glue in there. But I do. I have like maybe, it's hard for you guys to see. I have like maybe this much left. But that much glue will last a long, long time. But eventually, as soon as I get down, then I'll fill it back up about this much. I'll add some water and shake until it becomes the consistency that I like. Oh, you bet, Donna. Adorable. I think we should put a little sentiment down here, don't you? We have enough, just enough left that we could probably cut this one out too. That's not a very straight cut, but I'm just going to eyeball it because it looks a little crooked to me. There. That's good. And let's make a little white piece that'll fit on there, and then we'll stamp on the white piece. Unfortunately, there's no little sayings on here, so we'll have to just pick from another set, whatever kind of saying we want. I almost wanted to say like happy spring, that's what it reminds me of, but we're a little early for that, don't you think? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just eyeball this cut for now. You guys don't have to eyeball if you're not comfortable with it. Don't worry about that. That's really cute. Okay. And maybe then we'll put down some little hearts on the end of it. Use 2 of those little hearts. Let's save those out. These are so staticky. It's crazy. We are almost out of time. I hope you guys will forgive me. I'm not going to go and spend a lot of time digging for a sentiment. I think I'll just go ahead and put this together, and then when I decide what kind of card I need, I'll add one then. So I just used my tape runner there because that was a little quicker. So on sale weekends, I usually end about 15 minutes early so that I can switch over and get the sale stuff ready for the patron sale. If you ever want to get in on that, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/qualitycrafts. And then I think it's a green button, or is it an orange button that says sign me up as a patron or become a patron, something like that. So if you're interested in doing that, you can do that anytime. Just not like right now before a sale, because we won't have time to add you. So try to do it like sometime during the week. There we go. Cutie pie cutie. And I will get this all figured out. Maybe I'll cut my blue mat down so it fits on top of here. So that way we can use this side if we want to, and then it won't be bugged out by the lines. Does that make sense? If that works out for you guys, I think that's what I'm going to shoot for. That way I could actually get 2 out of this one to cover that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what we can get out of it. Bye, Deb. Okay, so let's quick do our review that we usually do. Here's the one that we made today. Coloring in that cute little unicorn. We added some Nuvo drops, and if you want to know what kind those are, because we also sell those, this one is called White Blizzard. The White Blizzard is very, very clear, but glittery. So I'm going to give that a chance to focus here. So you can see that glitter on there, and then on his little wings too. So if you're looking one that's not going to be like iridescent, you just want a really cute like diamondy shine, go with White Blizzard. It's really pretty. Okay. And so here are the other 3 that I did. And we put out the stamps again. So here's the Waffle Flower stamp set called Be Her. It's got all these cute little images, and then it's got like little bows and crowns, hats, and things that you can put on them. And so here's a couple more that I made. I made one with the fox. One with the kitty cat, and that's a homemade background that we did some time ago using stencils. And I think this one we also made using sprays and embossing folder. And then you can see in the background here was like also one of the watercolor ones that we did. Doesn't it look a lot like this one? But it was like a spray, so that turned out really cute. So yay! That was totally fun, you guys. I really enjoyed making that card with you, and then you helped us pick out the background and stuff, so it's always a lot of fun. So, huge sale. Thanks, Donna. The owl is cute, isn't it, Debbie? So we're selling those, so if you really want one, let us know. The tomorrow sale is going to be really, really incredible because the Tim Holtz ideology is going to be like prices you've probably never seen. The paper that you can see, piles and piles of paper that I've got back here, tons of it, it's going to be like just scary awesome prices. So you're not going to want to miss it. If you need any paper, maybe you don't need any paper, there might be a small stack that you want. We did a lot of them in stacks of like 20 sheets. So you don't have to buy a ton of it. But if you know you're going to buy a ton of it, let us know ahead of time and we will get a large box ready for you. A large flat rate box so that if you stuff that thing full of paper, it's only going to cost you $19.95. But you will not be disappointed because the paper truly is really priced to sell. So I think you'll be really happy with the prices. And then on top of that all, we've got tons of new Close to My Heart stamps that we've never had here before. They're either new or gently used, and I think that you're going to be really happy with those too. So check us out. Invite a friend. If you enjoy learning things and watching cards be made, join us every weekday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time right here. If you're a patron and you're joining us for the Patreon sale tonight, make sure you go to our Patreon group. Don't look here. And I'll see you there because I can't wait to see you guys next video.